Cool. All right, my God, we are doing this again. We are virtual, but guess what? The love.
We podding.
Yeah, we still podding. The love for the game is still there. We still podding. We out here. Don't y'all worry about where we are located. Just know that the vibes and the energy are still very close. Ain't that right?
You know the vibes.
Yeah, we know the vibes. All right, let's go and get this started, baby. Oh. And to everyone that's listening, happy Monday, because this episode is dropping on a Monday.
It's already dropped. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, but I'm saying happy Monday to the people, though, because it's Monday. And we usually drop on Wednesdays, but it's Monday now. So
appreciate you, Islamic, motivational speaker, SQ in the house.
Monday motivation, baby. Let's get it. All right, give me the countdown, Mo.
Let's go. Happy Monday, everybody. Straight from ET. Hey, let's go, baby. We ain't the hip hop preacher.
Give me the countdown.
We the Muslim.
Give me the countdown, bro.
3, 2, 1.
What's going on, everybody? This is Jabril Salam
and Muhammad Hassan.
And you are listening to the Young and Muslim Podcast.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Yes, we are back with another dope episode with my brother Jabril. How you feeling, young king?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like I just got back from pre-Jenna. It was like I was at pre-heaven for a little bit. It's taking a little bit for me to acclimate back into regular society, but we here. We try to get on the best way we can and know how to. But alhamdulillah, we are here, my friend. We are here. How about you, bro?
Alhamdulillah. I'm doing great. I just want to hear, what are some of the pre-qualifications for pre-Jannah? Because we know what the qualifications are for actual Jannah.
The pre-qualification for pre-Jannah is you just got to pay that fee to go on the retreat with Burgundy Roots. And there you go. It's pretty easy, actually. Just don't be a broke boy and you can go. So,
talking about retreats, because I am, alhamdulillah, an avid traveler, and Jabril's on that boat as well. For some reason, retreats for me were never desirable, right? I think the closest thing that I went on a retreat was a cruise, and I had a really bad experience on a cruise, right?
Because we were on that cruise. No, we were on that cruise together.
Exactly. Not because we went to a bad location.
We went together,
we went to the Bahamas. It was Nassau, beautiful. But the problem is that we were supposed to be on the boat for 3 days and on land for 2 days. But because of some complications in the weather, we ended up being on the boat for about 4 days and on land for like half a day. So we were just irritated.
Bro, the weirdest part of that whole thing was being in the shower and because the waters will rock you in the shower, and the ship is so big, when it's rocking, it's like a delayed effect. It's like it rocks and then you rock like a minute later. And you're just like, yo. But it was cool, man. But I'm not a big fan of cruises. This retreat was immaculate. This episode is not sponsored by Burgundy Roots, but I would tell y'all this: check them out. Like Wafa, our girl Wafa, who we've had on this episode, the spiritual travel guide. Amazing job, amazing trip, amazing experience all around. And we're going to talk about that more and more and more. But I guess just to kind of go into it, Mo, we go on this trip. I was there for 9 days. Mo was there for 7 days, and it was a trip to talk about the Islamic history in Jamaica via Mustafa Briggs, our brother Mustafa Briggs, and Sacred Footsteps, who were in partnership with Burgundy Roots. Mustafa gave us to break down the history of not just Jamaica, but the Caribbean, and how Islam spread there, mainly through West Africa and the West African Islamic traditions, like bedded down within these countries in the Caribbean, as well as North America, hence why, I'm here. But we went on the Soul Rebel tour. It was amazing. It was such an experience. Started off in Kingston, led into Portland, Jamaica, and then back. We went to St. Anne for a day, and then went back to Kingston before returning. And I'll tell y'all this: for anyone that is ever doubting a retreat, doubting the quality of a retreat, I will tell you this: go to Burgundy Roots and find out. They're gonna let you know. You know what I'm saying? So Mo, what was your experience, bro? Like, how'd you like being on retreat? I know you brought your wife with you, so I know that was different. It wasn't just the homies. It was sick.
Yeah, no, it was awesome, man. This is definitely going to be a biased type of opinion, because this is the first official retreat that I've been on, as well as my wife, and it was, I want to say, the best. we were in very good hands, right? Mashallah, Wafat and the Burgundy Roots team literally had everything taken care of, from when we got off the plane to when we got to our hotel to every excursion. And I loved how she just mapped everything out. And my biggest joyful experience or moment was just everything that we did was with the locals. Even the resort that we stayed at was owned by a local. So when you do that, you literally stimulate the economy, because all the money that you're making, that you're spending, goes straight to the people. And when it goes to the people, you see a sense of appreciation and happiness, because they're just like, yo, this is, I like, you don't know how far this is gonna go for me, you know. And we're there having a great time, but they also don't know how much they're doing for us, you know. Like, in regards to just experience, the gratitude. When we were on the retreat, I noticed that I was eating less than I usually do. Like, I wasn't on portion control, but I was like,
I think that was for many reasons.
I was just looking and I was like, okay, I guess my plate ain't got to be full to the brim to call it breakfast. You feel me? So
Yeah.
Overall, the experience was awesome. Heartfelt. It was definitely a touching experience, and I'm so glad I got to do it with my wife, with my best friend, and with the Young Muslim family, our business, our podcast, and with our friends. So I think that's what made it even better, because not only was Jamaica splendid and one of the best places on the planet and has a rich history of Islam, the people that we went with made it so much better. Bro, how can you go on a trip with 31, 32 other people and it still be good and free flowing and still getting to everything that we need to do? That is difficult. You feel me? So that's kind of my experience in a nutshell. What about you?
For me, man, so whenever I have new experiences, I always try to think of like a theme, you know what I'm saying? Like what was something that I learned from the trip that more or less kind of summed up what this experience was. And it doesn't happen all the time, but it's like, you know, when you look back on the trip, or sometimes when you're in it, for this particular theme, it was like, while I was in it, we went to this guy's house and we're looking out on his deck, and we're just looking at the entire city of Kingston. We're looking at the entire city. And we're talking to him, and this is one of Wafa's friends, and me and my boy Maher, we're just, you know, kind of picking his brain. This dude from New Hampshire, like, but he'd been living in Jamaica for a bit. And he said to us, he said, I've created my own reality. And for me, I was like, whoa, like, this man came to this place, created a reality for himself, for his family, and is living it out. Like, when people say I'm living the dream, he's not living the dream, he's living his own created reality. And that's very, very special, because I feel like a lot of people want that but don't know how to do it. And he was sitting there telling us he did it. So I think from that point on, that was the first day. I went early. That was the first day. Or it was the second day, but it was like the first like full day that we had with the 6 people that came early. From that point on, everything that I experienced there, all the people that I experienced there, it was them creating a reality for themselves, creating a reality that they wanted to be in. And it's not like that for everybody, but I felt like in this country, that was, you know, even from the very first day, we went out to eat at this Muslim sister's restaurant. She had been living in Jamaica for 5 years and opened her own restaurant out of nothing, just because she was like, you know, I wanted to try it, so I did, and I started it here. And we're like that's nuts, you know what I'm saying? Like, she literally just had an idea, she started it, boom, and created her own reality. So it was like, that right there for me was a lot of inspiration to come back here and say, okay, what do I want my reality to be, and how do I make that happen? And I feel like Jamaica is such a special place that majority of people that are there, that are striving for something, at least the ones that we met, it's like they've been able to create their reality. And it's like, how do you come home and try and make that happen for yourself, you know?
1,000%. Like, when I came back, my mindset did shift, because what I wanted for life was pretty simple, and it was quality. what type of life do I want to live? And I kept telling myself that I wanted to live a quality life. And how did that look? One of my favorite memories of Jamaica, I felt like it was so long ago, was when we were at the guy's house, Stush in the Bush, right? Mr. Chris. He literally owns land which he aggregates and farms, so he grows his own food. He has his own medicine, has his own restaurant, has his own security. So he makes money, he eats his own food, and he takes care of his own people, right? His family. And what I loved about that is that he can scale or downsize however much he wants to. And this is the life that he built. Like Jabril said, if he wants to live in the middle of the farm and half of his house is into the bushes and the other house is like up into the skies of the trees, he literally had a patio or like a deck that was like so high up. It was incredible. But it literally was his reality, right? Or like Jabril said, it was a vision for him, and then he turned it into a reality. So when I came back to the States, I was like, yeah, I love to work hard and get after this money, but what type of life do I want to live? What does quality look like? So I'm not getting too caught up in the quantitative matters, like, you know, how much things that I can kind of amass or get. It's more like, what quality can I get from these things? So that's one thing that Jamaica definitely has helped me.
Yeah. I definitely, you can't come back from a trip like that and not feel like you need to make some changes in your life. You know what I'm saying? It's still, even still, like, I'm really trying to just figure out, okay, what do I want? How do I not figure out what do I want, but like, how do I get to the things that I want that aren't just the material things? Like, it's something deeper in those material things. You know what I'm saying? So it's like coming back here, realizing that anything that you want is we're already blessed with it. You know what I'm saying? Because everything's already written. So it's like, now that you're here, how do you go out and get those things that have already been promised for you? You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's something that's that dear to you, it's already there. So that, for me, it hasn't been a struggle, but it's just been like a mentality shift of, okay, now it just means you gotta start taking the right steps and then make the right leap, take the jump, because you know. So it's like, go for it, right? And yeah, man, the trip in itself was mind blowing. But you mentioned Stush in the Bush. One of my favorite parts was this was on a pre-retreat. We went to a coffee estate, and just seeing this guy's house and how he lived, and he lived so enclosed within the land, was amazing. And it kind of reminded me of like the farmers that we have back, you know, in the area that I'm from. But other than that, I think the Frenchman's Cove was nice, because that was the part where it was like, a cove is basically like an enclosed waterway into the ocean. So basically it was like cliffs on both sides of us, and then there was just like a beach right there. Huge waves. And then, you know, it's just like the sand and everything. But then off to the side was like this like little private cool water lagoon. And then everyone was kind of getting battered by the waves, so we went over there. The guys, the girls, the staff, everybody was over there just having a good time. We were opening coconuts, jumping off of trees, just having the time of our lives. And I think for me that was cool, because that was a part of the trip where everyone like got familiar with each other, started bonding, started having fun. And it was like all of the shackles of being reserved went off. Everyone was just like, yo, I'm here to have a good time, have some fun, you know?
Hey, I think that was well said and a beautiful moment. I think it'll be really good to provide some more context, because you had mentioned this was a soul rebel retreat, but we didn't go there with the intention like, hey, I'm gonna learn a new surah, or like I'm gonna come back, become more of a hafiz, because it was a Muslim friendly retreat. It was not an Islamic retreat. And I love how Wafab broke that down on IG. And you're probably thinking, what is the difference? Here's the difference. If you're going to an Islamic focused retreat, that means you're focused on Islamic studies, the tajweed, focus on the surahs and the history. That's Islamic content. That's what it will be comprised of. Okay. A Muslim friendly retreat is that you're on a retreat that's not designated solely and specifically for Muslims, but is Muslim friendly. For example, There will be prayers hosted. You will have halal food, and you would do different things that Muslims will be comfortable with. So I think it's really important to keep that in mind, because that's a question that comes up. Okay, with that being said, we all went there, right, to replenish our souls. That was the biggest thing. And it happened. So before we came into that trip, a lot of people here, I wouldn't say hand selected, but the people that came on the trip, they had to go through a criteria. Not everybody was accepted. So we had to make sure that everybody that was on the trip was able to gel. So yes, the people that came had a focus to replenish their soul, but we didn't come in with such a strict criteria in regards to this is how it's going to look. We were all free flowing. We were all open-hearted, open-minded, and open-spirited. And the reason why I'm bringing this all up, because it plays into the whole retreat. You feel me? If you come in open, you have peers, you have guidance counselors, you have imams that focus on life, Islam as a way of life, as the way of life. And they're able to incorporate Islam, a beautiful Caribbean island, right, and culture and lifestyle all into one. And I really did appreciate that, because there was no holes. There was nothing missing. It was a complete package, a complete solution. And like we said, this is not sponsored, but this trip definitely has changed my life, has changed my outlook, and has changed the way that I practice Islam. So I am very grateful for it.
You more relaxed.
Yeah,
you more just like, yeah, man, like, life's good, bro. God done provided for me. You like, yeah, God done provided for you, man. Yeah, no worries, bro. 3 little birds on my doorstep this morning. I mean, I think that's also that's really good you brought that up, because the one person, the type of people that won't be accepted into something like this are haram police. People that are coming there to nitpick, people that are coming there to criticize. Like, fam, we all just here to vibe and have a good time. Because like that's essentially what everyone needed after the couple years that a lot of people have had. Even just like, if the pandemic wasn't about like just the battering that we all take on our energy and our souls throughout the year, it's like, fam, we needed that. We needed to connect with some good people. We need to connect with different people. There are people from all over the world. You know what I'm saying? We had people from West Africa, people from East Africa, people from the UK, people from Canada, people from France, like people, and that's just like where they resided. Now their ethnicities was completely different. So it was like, you're gelling with these people from all over the world, from all these different backgrounds, but like, y'all all there to just have a good time and not like say, oh, you're mixing. And it's like, yo, fam, if that's what you got a problem with, this joint's not for you at all. Now, I will say this. I'll say this. Future 2022 for the men out there. Oh yeah, no, man, it's not jumping the gun. It's right on time, baby. Right on time. We're not waiting to the end of the episode for this. For all of the men that listen to this podcast, if you bang with us, if you bang with, dope experiences, if you want to travel, even if you've never traveled before, if you want to be in an environment where you can grow as a man, spiritually, mentally, mostly physically, and I would say financially, but I ain't paying nobody for this trip. Look, we are doing the Man Dem Retreat 2020 men's only, with Burgundy Roots, in partnership with Burgundy Roots. We went on this trip with the intention of meeting our sister Wafa, great friend, great businesswoman, and a great person overall. We sat down, we've been talking, we're getting official dates, we're getting official timeline. Registration is going to open up very soon. So when you guys hear this, mark it on your calendars. July, we're going to be going July 2022, men's only, Man Dem 2022 retreat to Jamaica. Mark it on your calendars. If you got questions, follow us on IG so you can get all the details as we put them out. And it's first come, first serve, unless you don't make the cut to get in. right? But if you listen to us, if you vibe with us, especially you've been a long-term listener, this is we do the vetting. We do a very rigorous vetting process to make sure that the right people come on this trip, because it is very important. And Mo hit on this. It's very important because you need to make sure that the right people are there so that everyone can enjoy the experience. It's not about serving one person. It's about, the purpose is, how do we make sure that everyone that comes to this retreat is going to have a good time and leave learning something and having one of the best experiences of their lives? So we're partnering up again with Burgundy Roots. If you're trying to take retreats, if you're trying to change your life, the funny thing is, it's life changing, but it's not just one thing. It's not like, oh, because we're going to this specific place. It's the energy that Wafa brings to her business. Even down to the photographers, to the people that help schedule things. The staff is amazing. The drivers are amazing. The people that we link with in terms of the new connections for these stores, these places that we go to, amazing. The island of Jamaica, just amazing. So if you're interested, make sure you guys go and follow Burgundy Roots, follow our girl Wafa, and then check out what she's doing, because it's all amazing work. Like, I just had to get that plug in there, bro, because man, we've been talking, bro. It's just been, it's been mind blowing, bro.
Yeah, and she deserves it, right? We need to start giving people their flowers while they're here. If somebody's doing great work, applaud them, because they need the support. They need us to back them, and why not help those that can help us? And bro, you brought up such a great point, is that these retreats are very communal, right? If you don't have the right people on board or that are coming on that trip, it can ruin the experience. So if you're there just for selfish reasons, like, hey, I want to get and forget about giving, then it might not be for you. You feel me? So I love how you kind of hit on that. And I think it would also be very nice to note some of the places that we went to. Like, y'all don't get it. We went to so many nice places that if I literally sat down there and spoke about every experience that we had, we would be here all night.
Yeah. But don't you feel like you almost can't explain it? Like,
no,
like
I can't.
You can't, like, bro. I posted on IG today, right? And for me, that was a struggle. Because I couldn't, it's like, the pictures just can't capture anything like my mind did or my heart did. It was like, you can't capture it. Matter of fact, I've talked about it. I've traveled a lot this year and I haven't posted anything from those trips. Why? Because for me, it's better here just for me and for the people that I sit with and we talk about the experience. The sensationalized quick, oh, you look good, oh, fire, like, that's great and everything, but at the end of the day, it's like, I'm kind of learning. We talked about this a couple episodes ago. I'm learning that when you get experiences like these, you almost want to cherish them for yourself and those that you're with, because there's a story behind, oh man, look at this picture that I took. There's a story behind, just like in the back of the day, like right behind me, if you guys are watching this on YouTube, I got the library behind me, right? For the people that are the IG live viewers and OG YouTube viewers, like back there, I got my old photo albums, right? From baby to, young man to grown man, right? And what's interesting about those, like, we can go back there and each picture has some sort of story. Either your mom has a story, your dad has a story, someone around you, or you have a story. But like when we post, it's like you can't really, it's like, oh, look at this picture, like it real quick, and then move on to the next thing. So with a trip like this, I'll be honest, it's been very difficult to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I can't post a picture about it. It's like, fam, I'm just different.
Yeah, but and the thing that you mentioned in regards to telling stories, I think the best story that I can tell from the trip is just like the history of Jamaica. And I learned that a lot when we went to Bob's house. When I mean Bob Marley.
This man said Bob.
Not my friend Bob Marley.
This man said, fam, you said Bob so casually, like,
Bob, like it was nothing.
You know my man Bob.
What's up, Bob? So we went to his house, and which he bought from his manager, which is now a museum. So Jabril and I and our team with the Burgundy Roots team. We were actually standing in the same studio that Bob Marley stood in and recorded his phenomenal album. Like, dog, that like all the great songs and jams that you listen for Bob Marley was recorded in the same room that we were in. Anyway, so when I come back and I tell people about the trip, I always go back and I look at Bob Marley's songs, right? So go back to the Exodus song. It goes, Exodus, movement of the people. Remember the guy was telling us when he said every time I say Exodus, you say movement of the people? Exodus. Yes.
Yeah.
So I went back and I looked at the history, and that's when Jamaica was almost at like a civil war between like two political parties. And Bob Marley was like that beacon of light, of peace. And he was talking about basically just being free and had that movement finally be for the people, of the people, and by the people. And that's when he had like that huge peace concert. So it kind of gives me like chills in my spine when I hear his lyrics and understand the culture over there. And then also going to another one of his songs, you heard like Buffalo Soldier, you know? Dreadlock Rasta. And then we went to a Rastafarian camp and spoke to the Rastas over there, and Bob Marley was a Rastafarian, so just knowing the history more, going back to the Emperor of Ethiopia, Haile Selassie, please.
Selassie.
Correct me if I'm wrong. But like knowing all the history and connecting the dots, I feel like that's the story that I'm better able to tell. You follow me? But in regards to how it made me feel, how it changed the way that I look at things and process information, I'm gonna need some more time to explain that and let y'all know what that did for me, because like it's still changing me now, and it's been almost 3 weeks since I've been back.
It's only been 2 weeks. Time over there was moving different, bro. 2 weeks. It's only been 2 weeks. It hasn't even been 2 full weeks yet. It's like 2 days will be 2 full weeks, right? By the time people listen to this, it still won't even be 2 weeks. It'll still just be a week. We'll be a day shy of 14 days, right? But the time we were over there is like the days. By the time you got there, it felt like I had been there for like 2 weeks. I did enough stuff in 2 days that was like, basically I was like the Black Forrest Gump over there. Like we done did everything.
Run, bro, run.
Yeah, like fam, like again, like. You just gotta go, fam. There's no, like, we can sit here for an hour and talk about this, but y'all just gotta go, bro. Like, just go. Look, I would love to sit and talk about Jamaica more, but we also gotta talk about my man Butch Ware and Chizabam's new album, hip hop album, the Slum Prophecies. Slum Prophecy, bro. Dope tape. It's been a little bit since I listened to it. It's been almost a month since Butch originally sent it over to us. And first off, good looks, Butch, on sending that early. Definitely listen to some of that when we were out there with him making Ramadan remedies. Shout out. We talked about the gala in New York, but we actually met someone that was in Ramadan remedies. So if any of you guys are in Ramadan remedies, shout out to y'all, because that's still something that's fresh on our hearts and on our minds. But playing that tape, like, my man, not only does it have bars, but it hangs with the best of music. Like it's not that whack, typical whack Muslim music. It's like, it's good quality, hard hitting hip hop. It speaks to something deeper. So it's not just like, you know, the mindless, my money, my chains, my girls, my cars. It's like, it's deeper than that, but it's not lame. So Butch, a hot MC, Chizabam, a lyricist to the core, both of them do their thing on this album. So make sure y'all go and check that out. Slum Prophecy is amazing. I'm still listening to it, so make sure that y'all go and listen to it. And I feel like we're just giving shouts to all of our peoples, bro, because
I think I got a sneak peek of the video, and this is our professor, this is our sheikh, Dr. Bilal.
Yeah, that's my spiritual guide. You feel me? Online.
He was looking clean out in LA shooting that music video. So like, shout out to him. Shout out to Chiza doing some great work, and they're doing it the way that they want to do it. They're having a lot of fun, and they charging for this music as they should. Yeah, so they got families fees, so they got to do what they got to do, and we got to do the same and support these brothers, because they are on the front line. They dropping some great music, and at the end of the day, they are educating us, you feel me, and entertaining us. So let's get it, Brody. Shout out for the culture. they had to do it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Hey, look, just really quick, just want to say this for anyone that's listening. Make sure you guys are keeping up with the news, doing your research on what's happening in Afghanistan. We don't know enough on it. We've really been trying to figure out how we can shed more light on this, because y'all know how we do on our platform. We always like to talk about things that not just go on in the Muslim world, but the world at large. So, what's going on in Afghanistan is a very long topic to talk about, and we want to have a segment where we could get a guest, but it's been very difficult. So if you know of someone who is either on the ground or very knowledgeable about what's happening in Afghanistan, make sure you guys hit us, shoot us a DM, shoot us their profile, what have you, so that we can start dialogue and try to get a better understanding, because this isn't a very simple situation. And we want to make sure that if we do spread information about what's going on, that we do it the best of our abilities. And the best of our abilities means that we do it right.
Exactly. And I believe that there was a protest in D.C. yesterday for Afghanistan. So if that is something that somebody attended or somebody that attended, please give us some information. We would love to support and help out as much as we can. But like Jabril had mentioned, there's literally new information coming in on a daily, whether it's what's going on in Kabul, what's going on with the airport, what's going on with the Taliban. Literally, it's just so much information that we just aren't the right people to dive in deep. But what we can tell you guys is to make sure that you stay abreast with what's going on, because this has been over a 20-year conflict. So whether you're from Afghanistan, whether you're from U.S., whether you're from the Middle East, whether you're from Europe, this is something that's going on, and it's on a world platform right now. So we need to make sure that we help our brothers and our sisters. Let's make dua for them and do what you can with what you have.
Absolutely, absolutely. Look, I
also shout out.
No, go ahead.
No, I was saying, man, big shout out to Nadira P. She was on a few billboards.
Oh, yeah, so shout out Nadira.
Gotta get out to her, doing it her way. I know she got a B-Day coming up. Early B-Day shout out to Nadira.
Hey, you about to make it out there, Joy?
I'm trying to, man. Yeah, man. She gave me the address. I'm about to go pull up to her crib, knock on the door, drop off your gift, my gift, and then, head back.
Nice. Okay.
What about you?
I don't think so, but I really want to, though. I want to see some adults.
Hey, you ain't trying to put up the addy though.
Hey, pull the addy, we gonna slide.
Yeah,
hey,
Muslim fam, pull up.
Pull the addy, we gonna slide. Chill. Don't start challenging me. Don't start challenging me, cause I was just, bro, I have nothing else. I feel like I'm potted out. I don't have anything.
Nah, bro, you're not potted out. Look, man, I think there's something that we should talk about. There was a trend that came out that I'm disappointed that you weren't the one that
created it. Chill. The crate challenge, get out here, bro. Hey, yo, you wildin', fam. You wildin', bro. See, now I see what you're doing. You clout chasing. I ain't getting on no damn crate. People out here breaking it. People out here about to have to go on disability after messing with these crates.
Hey, so look, right? So Shaq put up, it's no clout because I could care less about this challenge. Shaq put up a picture, right? And he had a hoop, and then he had a crate. He said, "My generation," and then he said, "Y'all generation had the crates that were coming up, and the thing that people are doing right now." It's funny because people always trying to shit on our generation. It's not everybody that's doing that. Plus, I've seen some old heads out there doing that challenge too. So,
fam, bro, people out here ruining their lives trying to. Bro, it's some bad. Bro, I've yet to see a video of someone actually complete the crate challenge.
No, I think I've seen one or two.
Nah, bro. Everyone I see, the only thing they complete is to get to the top, and then they fall, and people be hitting head, their back.
So look. Yeah, that's we don't have to cut it, so we ain't gonna do that. But I also want to give a shout out to our. Also, you want to give a shout out to two people right now. Shout out to Tuli, but Tuli always doing great work. I know that the women's school that she's opening up and doing everything that she's doing with athletics and empowering young girls is phenomenal. So keep working, Tuli. We're so proud of you. Shout out to our boy Ismail, calligraphist. Not only for setting up the e-gala, which was phenomenal, but being up close with phenomenal people that have been running this culture for a while here in the U.S., such as Fat Joe and other rappers. I don't know if you saw that. Ismail was one of Yeah, yeah. If you go on his IG, I forgot what was it wasn't Rolling Loud, but it was like a huge event that like all the big name people that you can name were there,
What?
and he was front and center, bro. Like celebrity photo, like celebrity photographer, like mashallah, bro.
I mean, hold on. I'm about to look this joint up now. I mean, bro, he's like photography royalty. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, again, we are letting y'all know like some of the top people in the Muslim culture, man. Go out there, follow them, support them, and buy their stuff, use their service, man.
I mean, fam, he was out there with Jadakiss at the Verses. Oh, you talking about the Verses? Yeah, bro.
Yes, that's what it was. That's
Bro, you know our boy Denny, he did the Verses too. He did the Verses with between shoot, I can't think of who it was. Yeah, Jamaica Denny, which is one of the photographers and videographers that works with Fi. He will be, inshallah, at the Mandan retreat. Meet my mans. Ask about my mans. Denny don't play. One of the best in the game. I didn't know that, bro. That's dope, bro. That's sick. Yeah, I mean, look, we out here. We doing amazing things. We out here trying to move, we trying to hustle. End of the day, bro, what I'm realizing is eat or be eaten. You better get out here and get something, because I'm trying to create my own reality. Point blank. I'm trying to create that reality, bro.
Bro, it's not funny that you say that. I saw something on TikTok today, which was pretty inspirational. The guy was like, when you wake up in the morning, you have an opportunity, like a chance, and then you have a choice. So basically, you woke up today, so it's your chance to do something today about your life or your situation, and then you have a choice. The choice is to actually do something. So every day that you're alive, you get the chance, which a lot of us do, right? We get the chance, but it's the choice that's the hard part, because we don't notice that it's a chance because we think that we're supposed to be here. You feel me? We think that we're supposed to be here. We're supposed to be here tomorrow or the day after, but we don't know. That's not the case. We could be gone today. We can be gone tomorrow. We can be gone in a few weeks. So when I heard that, I was just like, man, it brought me back to Jamaica again, because I remember when I would go early in the morning after Fajr, and then I would go out to the market, and it didn't matter if these people had a college degree. It didn't matter if they had a big family, a small family, $1,000 in their pockets, or $50. They would come out to the streets. It would be 6 o'clock, and they would set up shop. Every single day they would set up shop, whether it was fruits, whether it was vegetables, whether it was hand sanitizer, whatever it was. They were there on the streets. They were selling, and they got straight to work. That made me realize here in America we have such a great opportunity, because we can do so much of that from home, right? We drop shipping, Amazon, like whatever. Like people are looking for people to work from home, being video editors. I literally, I'm seeing these people getting dropped off, catching buses, riding bikes just to make a few bucks. And for us, it's like, yo, bro, we get up and we have our phone. Like, we don't have to get out of bed and able to make money and have money for rent. And the reason why I bring this up was that it gave me a happy medium, right? It gave me the intention that if I wake up every single day and that I have a positive attitude, and I know that I can make a change, or I have a chance to make something happen, then let me go out there and make it happen with what I have. Just like you mentioned earlier, we already have everything that we need, right? Just need to go out there every single day, just put in the work, and whatever happens, happens.
Well, one of the things that, because we won that waltz here. We won the waltz the last day to check it out. You showed it, because you went a couple times without me. And one of the things that I've noticed with Jamaica as an entirety is that everything is connected in with the land. Like here, we're very separated, especially with quarantine. Like, people don't want to leave the house. It's like, fam, you connected to everything, from the food that you eat to even the people that you're buying things from. It's like, yeah, you can get stuff on Amazon, but it's like, fam, why would I buy a bunch of ketchup on Amazon if I can go to the street and just buy it? it's like there's still a connectedness, and for me it felt familiar because that's kind of how I grew up. Like I grew up when I would kick it with my cousins, we ride bikes and go to the corner store and like hang out in the neighborhood, and you don't see that no more. It's like kids are just homebodies. Like they go a block away from the house and they ready to go in the house. But it's like everybody is kind of, that's the culture there, and that's like you can't be so removed from the creation that you just are surrounded by the creation of the created. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to have that.
You're making me want to go back to speak about the whole Jamaica trip again, and I'm not. But what you said about nature, it was so spot on. I forgot who said this, but one of the tour guides or maybe one of the farmers said, "Eat what you grow what you eat, and let the earth be your medicine." And when
you're talking about that Chris.
Yeah, when he said that, he didn't mean go out there and literally, start rolling up. You know what I mean? Like literally, the earth is your
He meant that too. He meant that too.
He probably hit on that too. But this was a man that walked the earth with no shoes. If you notice when
his feet looked like two logs, bro. His feet was callous, fam.
He came out barefoot. He was like, literally, I am one with the ground. We like, yo, you need to put some socks on, fam.
Man said he's talking about, bro. This man ain't had a splinter in years, bro. He ain't had a splinter in his foot in years. His foot is calloused.
I want to talk about that connectivity, because when we went to Chris's house, he said we need to fight back against the system. When he said the system, he was talking about all these individuals building sky rises and literally building down people's homes and burning down forests and all that stuff. He said fight back. And then we asked, how do we fight back? He said by planting a tree, right? And I thought about it. I was like, okay, yeah, well, you plant a tree, you get more lumber, that provides more oxygen. But when you plant a tree, you feel more connected to the earth. He's like, you said, you are now my brother because you put your hand in my soil. Hey, you remember that? He said, you are now my brother because you put your hand in my soul. And I was like, man, when you do that, you're more invested into the planet Earth. You're more worried about climate change. You're more worried about not littering, right? Because people think that we just have to be Muslim to give a damn. You just need to be human. Jabril tells me all the time, who do you see cleaning up the highways on a beautiful Saturday afternoon when there's so many things that we could be doing? All right, it's not only Muslims out there. You see all different walks of life, but when somebody cares about something, they put their whole. It's never the Muslim. Sorry, I tried to give y'all a pass, but Jabril was not having that. So they feel connected. When I was out in Jamaica, I was so in the moment that I felt like I too was one with the world, one with the people, one with nature. I don't know what it is about the United States, but everything is fragmented. Everything is broken up. We have something called 9 to 5. Like literally our day is blocked off from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. where there is no nature, not much creativity. You're indoors and there's no connectivity to the world. Between 9 to 5, you are excluded. You are blocked out. And then before that, if you're lucky, you might get some sun rays from going on a walk. And then after that, if you got some time and not stuck in traffic, maybe you can live your life. You feel me? So that goes back to what I was telling you. Quality of life is what I'm trying to focus on. So I like how you brought that. So I wanted to come back full circle and give my Jamaicans appreciation for the way that.
100%. Look, this is my last shout out for the pod. Shout out to Lil Uzi Vert for showing up to that Palestinian wedding. My man was out there. He had the what they called it's called the kufaya. The kufaya, yeah. Bro. My man had the kufaya on. He was dancing, bro. All I'm saying is we already talked about it. My wedding. We already know what time it is. We about to get down. We about to be dancing. It's about to be like that. It's about to be lit. So, yeah, bro.
Shout out to the Muslim boxer. I believe he won his last fight. My man, mashallah, 8-0, 9-0. Next fight in September. May Allah bless you. May Allah guide you, my brother.
Ameen,
Keep coming
ameen.
with those knockouts. We need you, brother.
Bah, bah.
Shout out to Tone. Shout out to Tone dropping his documentary, his album, One Foot In, One Foot Out, man. He's been talking about that since I first met him, so I'm proud of him dropping that shit.
Bro, he's been filming for that documentary for a minute, so it's cool to be a part of that process. It's cool.
Exactly. Oh man,
That's it. I'm not. There's nothing going on. This podcast is about to end. So for the last, look, if y'all want to listen to us on, or Mo, if people want to hit us up, how can they reach out to us? Absolutely. Look, if y'all want to see these beautiful faces, find us on YouTube, Young and Muslim Podcast, the Young and Muslim Podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share, all of that. Let your peoples know that we out here. And if you want to listen to us on the go, as many of you already do, you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play. Basically, anywhere that you get a podcast, anywhere that you listen to music, we are there, and we would love for you to like, subscribe, follow everywhere.
Yes, and if you enjoyed this episode, please share it with somebody and leave us a review, because when you leave us reviews, give us a 5-star if you believe that's what we deserve. It helps more people like us find this content. We can continue to grow the Young and Muslim family, because once you salam me,
now we family.
Hey, let's get it, boy.
All right, cool. So how long we been on, Mo?
We've been on this journey for about 45.
So 45. For the last 45th, for the for the last 45 minutes, you have been listening to the Young and Muslim Podcast. I'm Jabril Salam.
And Muhammad Hassan.
And we leave you with the greens of peace.
Assalam.
Wa alaikum.
Peace.
Boyga, boyga. Mandem out, Mandem 2022, baby. Come find us, come get us. Young Muslim and handsome, young Muslim and manly, young Muslim and getting paid. You already know what it is. 2022 around the corner, summertime out. We out here, we locking it down.
Hey.
Boom.
Bless. Job bless.
Like yourself, man.